Good morning. Hi, everyone. I wanted to bring your attention today to this concept of space. So, the word space is often used to explain many different things. The obvious that comes to mind first is space, as in where our planets exist, as we kind of, make our way revolve around the sun in our solar system. That's one type of space. There is also space such as the distance between things and objects. What I want to bring your attention to today is this concept of inner space. I have talked about space before, and in fact, it was the quote by Viktor Frankl that really got me thinking about space many, 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 many years ago, where he'd said, space is that place where when we have a stimulus, and I'm totally paraphrasing here, that's where we have sort of that space to make the decision of what our response is going to be, and we can take a lot of time there. And so stemming from that, and also having this little tiny book called Inner Space, which really is fun, space has become something that I have really looked at how important it is for me in my life. And again, this might be something that is more personal to me, and perhaps a lot of people may not need a lot of space. So what is this concept of space and spaciousness? I feel like if I was to define it, it would be, so inner spaciousness for myself or for anyone else would be almost like a place where there's abundant time and infinite space, or just an area, which may even be imaginary, where we can scatter and spread ourselves very safely. Anytime we have felt squeezed or we have felt tightened, that's when that inner spaciousness becomes short and tiny. And that's perhaps where, things like fear and anxiety may lurk and come in and take over. I find that when we allow ourselves to live in this sort of unconditional inner spaciousness, that's when we're really unconditionally loving ourselves. Perhaps also when we allow others to do that, that's when we're unconditionally loving them. I feel like every person may have a quotient of inner spaciousness that they're comfortable with, one that they allow themselves, one that they're comfortable with allowing others in their lives. And there's a balance almost where some people need a smaller amount of inner space. Perhaps they not even need a smaller amount of inner space, but having too much inner space feels uncomfortable to them and they want to constantly be around other people. I find for me, there's a balance. I like being able to have that inner space, have that capacity where I am accepted for the space that I need, inner space that I need, the time that I need to do things, the energy that I want to replenish in that space, as well as the abundance and vastness of that space. But also a lovingness that comes with an attachment to another person. And perhaps if we were to think about it this way, it's almost like having that elastic that is perfectly balanced, where I would call a loved one and keep them very close and just absolutely love them unconditionally, but yet allow them inner spaciousness to be who they want to be, when they want to be, how they want to be, and almost have this sort of feeling of, I cannot wait to experience who you truly are as you revel in your inner spaciousness. Now, I know I've said a lot, and I would be so happy to hear any comments of what that inner spaciousness feels like. What does it look like for yourself? For me, in my imagination, for some of you who know me, it's called my red living room, where I've given this inner space structure, but also very flexible structure where anything's possible, where I can be anything and anything in there is possible, because it's a safe space. It's a space of imagination. It's a space of daydreaming. It's a space where I can just be me and leave all of me flowing and feel unconditionally me. And from there, I can draw on unconditional love for myself and for others. So comment if you'd like, or call me and let me know, what does your inner spaciousness look like? What does your red living room, if it even is a living room, what does that space look like? And how does it make you feel to be in there? Have a great day.